Hello, dear aspirants, learners, and my dear friends and my students. Once again, I'm Dr. Sandhya Shrivastava, your management coach. We will start with one more topic that is requested by many of the students. So I particularly started with the same. That is, the subject is universal human values and professional ethics. It's a core subject in MBA, fourth semester, in BTech, in MCA, in all professional programs. So, what is the importance of human values and professional ethics? See, you will find it out the two words that is related with human values and professional ethics. Universally, it is required. Why it is so? Being a human, that is our foremost and important thing which differentiate ourselves from others, those who are living. We will talk about the animals. So as we compare about, so why we are differentiate with the animals, due to the feelings, due to the values, due to the ethics, due to the culture. So these are the certain points which we are going to study in human values and professional ethics. Professional ethics here describe that what are the certain qualities, the characteristics, and the attitude which is going to be required for an individual to make themselves standable. So we will start with the first unit, and in this lecture we will meet out with the certain points with the unit first only, and afterwards I will upload the unit second. But in this lecture we are going to study unit 1. In this, we are going to study about the contents. The basic contents are need, basic guidelines, content, process for value education. What does it mean? What is the need? Why this course curriculum has been indulged in professional programs? What is the need for this particular program? So we are going to study about the human values need, the basic guidelines, the contents, and their value education. Foremost, understanding the need. What is need? We will talk about means when we are home. When we are apes. We will talk about the generation point of view. The Homo sapiens, afterward the apes, they are differentiated and then we turned out in a human being. So the need was earlier, the need was roti, kapda, and makan. We were looking for the food, shelter, clothes, that's it. We were not having any desire, wants, self esteem. As far as have you already been studied about the Maslow's need of hierarchical theory also? In that, we first have a physiological needs that would be the same related with the roti, kapda, and makan. Afterwards, the day by day, the desires of an individuals are converted, the needs of an individuals are converted into wants, then wants are converted into desires, then desires are converted into self esteem point. So in this unit 1, we are going to study about that what are the differences and what are the things which is important, what makes the human values, and what are the importance of values, what are the we can say what is self esteem, what is self exploration, what is self respect, what is means integrated ethics, a lot many of things. So we will start with the human values. Values are related with the universal accepted freedom, the justice, individual loves, integrated self respect, honesty, that is the human values. And what is ethical values, where the word is has been add up, that is ethics. What exactly ethical values are? Means something that is related with the values and they are justified with the ethics. It means caring in ethical values, fairness, responsibility, and respect. Afterwards, there is a point related with the ethics and culture. Every nation, every country, or we can say every state, every particularly we can say town, every family have their particular culture. So it would be depends on the individual's family, individuals attitude, what they are going to adopt it as per the religion basis. When we talk about the religion, worship, nation, society, so everyone have a different culture. As far as the culture is ethics are concerned, it is also differentiate. Ethics is mostly based on some code, law, judgment, which is focused, that is already been proved out, that everyone have to follow it, that has been proved. And the culture is dependable on an individual, family, nations, religion, society, like this only. Let's we talk about the integrity. And integrity is something related with the combination, combine, when two or more peoples and the individuals combine with the honesty, conducting relations to morally, so that is integrated, where the moral values and the characters are combined. Work ethics is here. I'd explained it in a very proper way. That is work ethics. When we work somewhere, work is not only being related that we are going in a job and we are doing work. No, work when we are doing something and the result would be there and output is supposed to be expected, that is called as the work. And when there is a combination of ethics, when we talk about the ethics, the things which has already been proved, judged judged by the someone, and it is already been code or law, so that is ethics. Let's we'll talk about the service learning. Service learning, which is related with the moral responsibility, increase in desirable effects, and that would be the main. It decrease the harmful effects also. Let's we talk. So other we have a caring and sharing. What is the difference between caring and sharing? Caring is a sense of moral life, when it doesn't means there is no compulsion for the caring. No one is supposed to be have a right, means no one can give the direction for it, that you have to do a caring and like that. That would be the internal feeling of an individual to do something good, have an idea, thoughts, profit, not relating, that is the related to a protecting, to do something, relationship, contents, that is mostly we will see at our home, family, or somewhere in the society also. And sharing, let's we will talk about when we are childhood, when we do something, sharing by the instruction by the parents, so normally we have to fulfill that is. And afterwards when we grown up, then we finally discussed, decided in our mind that it is already been shared and we have to, and that would be the compulsion from a forced things. Honesty is related with the speech, beliefs. When there is a sometime we can see talk about the difficult situations also. And honesty, which is from the heart of an individual, no one is going to judge, an individual essence is going to be judged themselves, that would be the honesty from an individual. What is courage as a value? Courage means to do something great without any fear. So without any fear, to maintain their feeling, that is the courage as a value. Then we have a cooperation, when we have a certain feeling from our good, for a good cause we can say, and through an idea that I have to do something related, either it would be related with the physical, mentally, means somewhere, means there are different modes for it cooperation. Empathy is related with a word, that is suitable action. Spirituality is, we can say, that is the materialistic, above than materialistic world. When we are out of the world, we think something great which is not been in existence, and we will think everything would be in the same way. We think about from the soul. Integrity, once again, the bridge between responsibility in private and professional life. Compromise, when we have a dual minded, we have to do it, not to do it, then we compromise is a word when we expected something and we get something else and we feel satisfied in that part. Two aspects of honesty: truthfulness first, and trustworthiness. So these are the two aspects of honesty. The important short question that I want to discuss here: what is the differentiate between self-respect and self-esteem? Respect is being related with the valuing oneself, and self-esteem is related with the psychological concept that would be the positive attitude towards oneself, along with the attitude is excess. So that these are the certain short questions which has been derived from the last 10 years question papers. So now we will come to the long questions which are important, and I had put up the same question in a different way so that you will not be confused. And actually this is a particular subject which is not going to be don't take this subject as a subject. This particular subject describes an internal values, describes the feeling, the culture, the spirituality of an Indians, we can say, the importance what we have already been studied on. So we will talk about the long questions, and in which we are going to study what do we mean by values or human values, and what is value education, why there is a need of value education. So we talk about what do you mean by human values. Human values means particular human is a person who is in living or in existence in this world. And as far as the values are concerned, it is being related uh, to do something related with the behaviors, actions, the thoughts of an individuals, and the anchor of our actions. So bring harmony at all levels, to think something and to make it happen for an individual. Human values are different for an individual, but it have a universal level that everyone have to be very positive, have to do something great. So various choices are available. So the value education enable us to understand our needs, visualize our goals correctly, and helps to remove our confusions, contradictions, bring harmony at all levels. So values form the basis of our thoughts, behavior, actions. So we will discuss that we also need to understand the universality of various human values, because only then we can have a definite and common program for value education, so that we will be happy and harmonious human, make a human society for it. What are the basic guidelines for value education? Once again, what are the value education guidelines? What is valuable? Valuable means which is fruitful, psychological, we can say, which will help out to human, to make them happy, to feel better, to have some feel behavior, work, realization, and to do means related with the values. So it's in psychological, we can say, psychological concept which we have to do it. So these are the certain basic guidelines. First is the universal, in which it needs to be applicable to all the human beings irrespective of caste, creed, and nationalities and religion. So it would be for all, either it will be related to any caste, creed, nations, religion, etc. Rational, it has to appeal to human reasoning, it has to be amendable to reasoning and not based on dogmas or blind beliefs. It has to be proved, natural, and verifiable. It should be experimental, verifiable. Dogmas, beliefs, or assumptions, all encompassing. So it would be related with the thought, behavior, work, and realization. Other is leading to harmony. The value education ultimately is targeted to promote harmony within the individual, among human beings, with nature. So these are the basic guidelines for value education. Let's talk about what is the need for value education. In fact, there is a important, have you recognized that from the LKG and UKG, then we will first and second standard, we are going to always study about the moral science. Science is being related with the other things, but what is the meaning of moral science? Moral science is somehow related with the facts which we are studying in this value education, human values and professional ethics. So let's we talk about what is the need. So moral science was related with the nursery, kg, lkg 1 to 3, and value education is being one of the important subject for the professional education people, because they are not going to tackle only the people, they are going to settle some nation. We are the people. In fact, we have to make the region, country very well. We are the peoples who have to make it done. So let's we talk about what is the need for value education. The first and foremost important is identification of our aspirations. Second one is human values to fulfill our aspirations in continuity. Then there is a complementarity of values and skills, and to actualize this goal, to develop the techniques to make this happen in real life. So hence there is an essential complementary belief between values and skills for the success of any human endeavor. So there would be evaluation of our beliefs, technology, and human values. So these are the certain need. First is identification of our aspiration, then human universal human values to fulfill our aspirations in continuity, values and skills, evaluation of our beliefs, technology, and human values. So these are the basic needs for value of education. Values and skill complement each other. What is the difference? We will talk about what is the difference between values and skill complement first. If we don't know the meaning of value and skill, then how can we discuss about both the thing? Values, which is being related to an individual person, what he have to make it do it. Values from the internal feeling, psychological, which is going to be required. And the skills are the certain characteristics and the traits which is going to be required and which is already been available and in an individual. So that is the basic difference. But it is in complement each other, because values are related with skills and skills are totally dependent on the values. It is a foremost important question which has been continuously coming from the last 4 5 years examinations. What do we mean by values different from skills, and how they are complementary? Means that there is would be a difference, yes it is. And how they are complement? Because values are useless without skills and skills are useless without values. How? Let's we talk about that. We have an skill to do something related with the painting, but we don't have a values that we have to do something, and we just want to waste our time. I don't want to become anything. I'm not ambitious. I don't want to become something. So means, what does it mean? Skills is useless, but I have a values in my mind that I have to prove it something, to do something great, and I have to maintain myself, I have to make my family, and means I have to prove to. So that would be complementary, that I have a value that I have to do something, and the skill which I have, that I can easily do a good painting. So this would be. What is self exploration? What is self exploration? And that would be related with the when an individual think about that, how an individual can explore, do something. We have taken an example of painting, that I have a skill that I can do a painting. How? Only from the childhood I know to do a painting with the pencil and to do a scratching like this. Exploration means I know how to do a painting, but I don't know what are the certain skill, means certain tools and techniques which can explore my skills. So this is a self exploration where the desire, goal, program is being required. So these are the certain points. Afterwards we have a exploration, is a process of dialogue between what you are and what you really want to be. It means I know painting, it's my hobby, and I want to make it do, and what I want to be. With the painting only I can do with my classwork, homework, and all these things. But what I want to be, that, and which will help out to me, means what are the certain tools, techniques, what are the certain new strategies I can do to make myself meet out with the ambitions, to make myself successful. That would be the related with the self exploration, that what you are and what you really want to be. Afterwards, next question, we will come to the point: how can we verify proposals on the basis of our natural acceptance? Explain with example. So, natural acceptance is innate, invariant, and universal. Natural acceptance, when we belongs to a certain family, we sometimes it happens that an individual born in a very poor family, he don't have a resources to do what exactly an individual want. So that would be the natural acceptance by an individual. But what are the certain things which can make an individual succeed out of this natural acceptance? So we can easily verify proposals in the basis of characteristics of natural acceptance. What it is: it does not change with time, it does not depend on the place, it does not depend on our beliefs or past conditionings. This natural acceptance is constantly there, something we can refer to. So afterwards we have it is part and parcel of every human being. It is part of humanness. We cannot see where we had born, I belong to this family, I cannot do like this. Failures always have many excuses, but those who really want to do something, they can do out of the poverty, out of let's we will talk about one example also. From the last year, from the last 3 years continuously, what exactly I'm seeing, that the topper of ISPCS and the mostly examinations would be the person who belongs to the lower middle family. How? Because an individual have a determination to do something, an individual have a values, ambitions, the goals, they have an individual desire to make it done. They are not taking the examples of the failures, they are taking the example of the successful persons, they are taking the positive sides. They did not wait for the light, they never believes in lavishly life. They just want to make their ambition success. So, and finally they will do it. How? On the basis of their efforts, they make their values, they make it done. So these are the certain points. What is the meaning of prosperity? Prosperity, how can you use that you are prosperous? So there is no particular prosperity is related with an individual, because human have a many wants, desires, and afterwards self-esteem. If Maruti 800, afterwards let's we will take a Centro, afterwards we will think about, let's we will take a Mercedes, then we will think about the Pajero, then we will think about, means there is no limits. So what does it mean? Need, want, desires, and then self-esteem. And the prosperity belongs to when an individual satisfy what exactly he wants and got it. So identification of the required quantity of physical facilities and ensuring availability, production of more than required physical facilities. That is the meaning of prosperity. We will also discuss here what is the difference between it's prosperity and wealth. There is a difference between prosperity and wealth. Wealth is related with the monetary terms. As far as the prosperity is concerned, it is also related with the fame. Prosperity is related with the feeling, satisfaction, to do means what exactly an individual wants and get it. And prosperity is because wealth is just a part of prosperity. Prosperity is more acceptable to us because wealth is just a part of prosperity. So this is a very important distinction. We mostly fail to make this distinction today. We keep working for wealth without realizing that the basic desire is for the feeling of prosperity. We used to get up early in the morning and we I have to go like this, I have to do more and more peoples in the today's scenario are moving towards that, they have to earn money, they have to moving towards the wealth. But finally wealth is the part of prosperity where an individual feels satisfaction, the feeling, happiness. So that is the prosperity. A person has lot of money but does not want to share even a bit of it. The person has wealth but feels deprived. If one felt prosperous, he or she would have shared what one has, since there is lot more than enough anyway. So these are the certain points which I had already mentioned. Please, what is next question is, what is your present vision of a happy and a prosperous life? Every individual have different perspective related to that, but to recapitulate all I just mentioned over here, at the level of individual, at the level of family, society, and at the level of nature. So different perspective had already mentioned vision of happy and prosperous, because as far as the individuals are concerned, they have a psychological disorders, suicides, stress, insecurity. These are the certain, we can say, consequences of such stress summarized. So family, in the family now there is mostly in the joint families there is a conflicts between older and younger generations. They have a different perspective, feelings, they don't want to adopt the culture. Mostly divorce, dowry, tortures, and domestic violence has been related with the family. And as far as the society is concerned, the ethnic struggle, nationalism, rising communalism, spreading casteism, racial, ethnic struggling. So there is a war between nations related with it. And as far as the nature is concerned, the global warming, water, air, soil, noise, pollution, everything related with the nature. So these are the certain four summarized points which I had mentioned and defined over here. What do the abbreviations given as SVDD, SSDD, triple S, and signify? So we will start with SVDD. SVDD is Sadhan Vihin Dukhi Daridrita. So we had, or you already listened from your dadi and mother, sometime it happens. So it would be related with the materially deficient, unhappy, deprived. So that would be sadhan vihin dukhi darita, SVDD. SSDD is being correlated with the sadhan sampan dukhi darita, means any individual have everything but apart from that unhappy and deprived. Afterwards, so nowadays mostly it will be divided into SVD and SSDD. And we'll talk about the one more point, that is triple SS, signify. That is a sadhan sampanna sukhi samriddha. I want everyone, you too, triple SS. Fine. So that would be the sadhan sampanna sukhi samriddha. Whatever you have, just try to make it yourself happy, prosperous, materially adequate, feel happy. Don't be so ambitious, be ambitious, but right. So other point is being physical facilities are necessary and complete for animals. See, in this particular question and then the points, physical facilities, we will talk about when we want to sit, we have a availability of chair. So that would be not only means we will not feel comfortable with it. Somehow it would be happen that we want a sofa and afterwards we want some carable decides that I'm not feeling that. So that would be the, and for animals, they are hungry. When they are hungry, they will get it the grass, they will eat out. They don't have ambition. They are now they get it whatever exactly they want for the feeding, they got it. And they don't have a desire to knowledge, peaceful animal society, or getting a good MBA degree. So animals, so I mentioned like this in a diagrammatic way so that you can easily go through it. For human beings, necessary but not complete. And for animals, it is necessary and as well as it is complete also. So, what are the requirements to fulfill basic human aspirations? Oh, that would be the very toughest question. Fulfill basic human aspirations. Human have a number of aspirations. So, we'll talk about it. What is right understanding, good relationship, physical facilities. So, these are the certain. So, a right understanding in the self. So we will talk about the human. Actually, as far as the human aspirations are concerned, everyone want to be happy in their life, want to be the prosperity. They want themselves to be physical facilities. They want a good relationship. So these are the important points, and these are the certain aspirations. Right understanding of relationship. So and apart from it, well, with nature, as well as we need to understand the harmony in nature and how we can complete this harmony. What is human conciseness and animals? So there is a difference between animal and human conciseness. How? We will understand by with this diagrammatic representation. From this diagram we can easily understand that right understanding in the self, relationship with human beings, and the physical facilities with nature, mutual happiness, mutual prosperity. So here once again, animal consciousness, indefinite and conduct, definite and conduct. So from the diagram we can easily say working only for physical facilities is living with animal consciousness, and there is a need for transformation for the animal consciousness to human consciousness. We have a one or two more questions only. Many problems manifest today at the level of individual, family, society. We have already been discussed about this particular question. So in that we studied about what are the certain problems which are going to be arised. So at the level of individual, the depression, the suicide, the stress, increasing health problems. Level of family, no youngsters and the older generation gap, domestic violence, dowry, neglect people. These are the certain family problems. As far as the society is concerned, there is adulteration, exploitation, and communism, racial, ethnic struggle, terrorism, violence. It is. And at the level of nature, global warming, weather imbalances. So these are the depletion of mineral and energy resources. So these are the certain point related with the manifest today at the level of many problems at the different levels. Examining the prevailing notions of happiness in the society and their consequences. Right. We have already studied about the prosperity when an individual want themselves to be feel happy. Happiness is one of the important tasks which is being related. The state of liking is happiness. Prosperity will definitely come when there is a feeling of making available more than required facilities. At the level of individual, at the level of family, at the level of society, and at the level of nature. So these are the certain points. I've already gone through it, and these are the certain notes. Apart from it, if you find a single problem, please write in a comment box so that I can easily elaborate it what exactly you want. So to recapitulate all, thank you so much for attending universal human values and professional ethics, which is not only being related to your subject, it is foremost important for your future endeavor also. So best of luck. Thank you so much.